Alright, I'm gonna fix up this KBO-5000 board that somebody tried to add mil-max hot swap sockets to. Originally I wanted to do this live on stream, but I hadn't had time to get this all set up, so I'm just gonna have a go at it right now. So I've got two camera views. One is of my desk, the smaller view, and then I've got this microscope connected up here. And I'll just show you here on the other cam. There you go. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean up all these sockets, remove them. Basically, the issue here is the 0 key, or the 0 key, the O key, and the F9 key are not fully working. And then I'm gonna need to replace this quad diode here, and then fix up any kind of traces I need from there. So first step, I'll just clean all this stuff up. Let's see, all right, it's getting melted there. Let me shift this down a little bit here so you can see that. All right, here we go. Heat that up, suck it out. Clean up this other socket here. Alright. In the end, I'll just replace the sockets anyway. In the background here, you may hear my 3D printers going on. Alright, let's see. And I gotta replace this diode up here too. So let's see, let's go to this next switch up here. Oh, okay, that came through. So it looks like I'll need the, this looks like it's the column pin, so that one, let me see, let's double check. No. This is the one that goes to the diode. This right one is the one that goes to the column pin. So down here, this is also the column pin. And then up here is also the other column pin. I will clean that up. Let's see here. Now I'm going to remove this diode here. Actually, let me just clean up this thing a little bit more here. Okay, so this thing is toast. Let's see. I'll just have to add in a socket, glue it in some way, and then jump a bunch of these columns, and then I will move this diode now. I'm just gonna glob on a bunch of solder here. I'll just make it easy to remove. All right. This diode just falls apart or anything like that. I just want to get it off. Okay. Alright, let's clean this up a bit and see what the damage is. Okay, let's see. See what we need to do here. I'm gonna get some alcohol, clean this off. to see things better once I've got this all cleaned off here. Clean out this key up here. Might be too bright for you to see, but this LED is kind of a little bit melty there. I'll probably just replace that LED later, even though it's still working, still lights up. I'll just clean it up, or I'll replace it. Okay, there we go. So let me zoom in. Let's see which one to zoom here. Okay. Let's drop this camera down. All right, here we go. This is a really zoomed in view here. All right, so this is a quad diode footprint here. It's got 6 pins. And looks like this pin at the lower left is supposed to be connected to this socket here. And it's the trace has been broken off. So we're just going to add a jumper wire later on from here to here. Everything else looks like it's intact. Let me see. I'm going to take a look at this socket here. Try to determine if I want to reuse that one or not. Let me get a regular switch around here. Looks like most of the sockets kind of popped off of the pin anyway on this side, so I am just going to remove it outright. Alright, here we go. Just going to add a little bit of solder to it. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, add that. I'm going to just push it through gently. Work it through. Okay. Okay, there we go. Right. Alright, I'm going to just add the new quad diode back on. Alright, here we go. And then let me find my bottle of flux. Alright, just gonna put a bunch of flux on here. Doesn't hurt to have too much on there. Alright, let's go find this component here. Alright, there we go. Make sure we get some fresh solder on here. Alright. And now I'm gonna do a couple of these. Bottom side first. Oops. And my diode flung away. Alright, let's see. Where'd it go? Alright. Let's get a new one. Okay, here we go. got that side done. I'm going to do the other side now. Okay, that looks good. Let me just turn around, make sure the other side is fully seated down. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, next thing we do, I'm going to do a quick test here, make sure some of the keys are working here still. All right, looks like we're in good shape there. I know I don't have VIA screen up here, but things are working along well here. All right. Next, I'm going to add the hot swap sockets. So I'm guessing these were probably 3305s. Run, get those. Okay, we've got a few here. Alright, that should be more than enough. Alright, let's see, where's my switch here? Yeah, I should unplug this. Alright, before I do that, you can kind of see what happened here. So, let's see. Oh, switch here is not working anymore. The trace here is dead, going to this pin here. And basically the trace was coming from the L key here. So on this left side, that's the column pin that just goes all the way up to the top from to O to 0 to F9. So, you know, since O died, you know, it kind of killed the rest. So insert the switch in here. Alright, got that in there. Now, there's nothing to solder it to, so I'm just gonna basically create a blob, just kind of prevent it from slipping through. And then we're just gonna jump stuff directly to it. Let me clear out this piece of solder here. Alright, here we go. Okay, so now we just kind of got like a layer of solder to kind of act like a lip to prevent this socket from going through. So I'm gonna just push down a little bit, and there you see it just sits there. All right, now I'm gonna do the easier thing first. We'll jump this L key up to the column pin for the O key. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let's see. Okay, that's not gonna work that well. Let's try to do our best here. All right. Okay. Got some cable here. Gotta figure out what length we need. That'll be about good. Strip the ends of each wire. Oops. Okay, let's see, that's still long enough. Okay, that's still good. Here stripping this off, I'm just going to burn the end of it with the soldering iron. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this is long enough. Start with the O first. Okay, that's in there now. And okay, now we're too short. Let me see. Okay, this jump bar is just too short. Okay, we'll get a new one. Let's figure this out. I'm just gonna burn the ends of the plastic here, the plastic insulation. Okay, there we go. Alright, start with the O column pin first. Here we go. Alright, that's in there. Spin around, do the L column pin here. Oops, touch my finger. Alright, there we go. Let me stick a couple switches in here. Let's just test if this fix, well, okay, obviously the fix is not going to fully work yet because I still need to do the diode. So let's do that one. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Alright, first thing we're going to do is add a little bit of solder to that quad diode. Might be a little bit hard to see here right now. Alright, here we go. Zoom in. Okay, add a bunch of flux here. Alright, there we go. Add a little bit there. Okay, now I just need a really tiny jumper wire to go from the diode. Where is it? The diode to the switch. I will connect the. I'll just use a long piece of bare wire instead. Make it easier in the end. So here we go. Let me see. Let me get this showing up on the cam here. There we go. So cut a piece of wire just like that. Got that connected on. Now I do have a finer tip soldering iron point, but I'm usually pretty precise with this one enough. Alright, there we go. That is on there now. And I'm just gonna go clip this excess wire off. Okay. Bend that in a little bit. Okay, there we go. Gonna plug this in and test it out. I'm gonna plug something into the other switch here. Alright, let's see. see it relaunched here. Okay, let's try this again. Oop. Plugged into the wrong port, of course. That's why it's not working. Okay, let's try this key tester. Alright, this is finally operational again. I mean, well, I can't see. Okay, let's see. L key works, the O key works. Now I gotta fix 0 and F9. Alright. Same procedure as we did before. Minus the fact we don't have to do the diode this time. I am just going to take a pair of sockets, stick onto the switch. Insert through the PCB. Alright. Sockets are through the PCB. I'm going to add a little bit of solder to each of these. So add that ring to kind of act like a lip, hold the socket in place. Alright. Remove the sockets. Push on the sockets a little bit. Okay, here still. Alright, and then I will add the jumper wire. Alright, here we go. Okay, gonna jump from here to 0 to 0. Okay, I gotta solder this on here. Fix the zoom. Here we go. Okay. My pin is connected. And I'm actually just let me burn this insulation off here. Okay, let's try that. Alright, there we go. That disconnected the other wire. Alright, let me try to get this one back on again. It's fine. No big deal. Alright, here we go. Both are connected back on. Sanity check. Plug this back in. Test the switches once more. let's see. Okay, let's see. The O is working. The 0 is not working yet. Let's see. Double check things. No, not ready yet. Okay, what's the deal? See if there's something else I got cut along the way maybe here. Let's see here. Aha, yes, right. Don't know if you can see it yet. Right here, the trace has been peeled back away from the socket. I will do a quick jumper there as well. Let me see the best way to do this. I'd rather not do it on the. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull it off on the top side. Rather not. Okay, let's do it from the underside here. Before I do that, let me just fix the F9 key here. Okay, that's in there. Okay, that's in there too. No, I do want to test out this F9 key before I move on. And that is working. O key still working. Alright, really last thing here is the 0 key. Alright, let's see. Zoom out. Here. Let's see. Which way do I need to go here? Alright, basically that 0 key connects to this trace here. This pin of the 0 key connects to this trace, and this trace goes to this pin right here. So we just need to make a connection between here and that pin. What I will do is I'm just gonna, as opposed to trying to solder to this pin here, I'm just gonna scrape some of this here and then solder to that. Don't know where my X-Acto knife is. I am just going to use this edge of my flush cutters and strip away some of that there. Okay, that should be good enough. Add some flux to it. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to add some solder to it. There we go. And lastly, jumper pin that. Should be the last jumper wire piece that we need here. Alright, gotta connect it to this board here. Okay, that's on. Now I'm gonna connect this to the socket. Alright, That is in there. Plug it in. Stick some switches in these keys here. Alright, pull up the key tester. O works. Minus key works. 0 works. F9 works. So we are good. We're all good. Next thing I'll do later on is I'm just gonna test the rest of these keys, and hopefully, there's no other work to do, and I'll just do some touch up on some other pins here as I see fit. All right. Talk to you later.